Hello everyone. Welcome back to biology. Here's something to think about. We all know that leaves make food for the plant. But have you ever wondered, do only leaves need oxygen? The truth is absolutely fascinating. Every single part of a plant, the leaves, the stem, the roots, and even the deepest cell buried inside, respires. Just like our own body cells, plant cells need oxygen to release energy from glucose. This tells us something profound. Respiration is a universal life process, running quietly in every living cell. From the tip of a root hair underground to the highest leaf on a tree, every cell is alive with respiration. Isn't that an amazing thought? Now the question is, how do plants get oxygen to all their parts? The answer lies in some beautiful natural designs. First, we have the stomata, tiny adjustable pores in leaves that open and close to allow gases in and out. Then there are lenticels, little openings on woody stems that quietly allow oxygen to diffuse in. And finally, the general surface of roots, where root hairs absorb oxygen from the air trapped between soil particles. Together, these three inlets, stomata, lenticels, and root surfaces, make sure oxygen reaches every living cell of the plant. Nature has designed a perfect breathing system for plants, though it looks nothing like our lungs. Roots, in particular, are fascinating. Unlike leaves, they don't have stomata. Instead, they depend entirely on oxygen trapped in tiny air spaces of the soil. This is why plowing or tilling the soil is so important. By loosening the soil, farmers create more air spaces, allowing oxygen to reach the roots easily. But in waterlogged or compact soil, these spaces disappear. Roots suffocate, and crops begin to wilt or even die. Have you ever noticed plants struggling after heavy rains in clay soil? That's because their roots cannot breathe. So when you see a farmer plowing his field, remember, he's not only preparing the land for seeds but also making sure his crops can breathe underground. Daytime is special for plants because both photosynthesis and respiration happen together. During photosynthesis, plants produce a lot of oxygen in their leaves. Part of this oxygen is immediately used up by the same cells for respiration. The rest is released into the atmosphere, enriching the air around us. And here's the beauty, the carbon dioxide produced during respiration is also reused in photosynthesis. It's like a perfect recycling system running within the leaf. This balance of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide, makes plants daytime superheroes of our ecosystem, quietly maintaining the air we breathe. But what happens at night when there's no sunlight? Photosynthesis comes to a halt, but respiration continues. Now, leaves depend on the oxygen of the atmosphere for their respiration. And as a result, carbon dioxide is released into the air, just like in animals. This is why, at night, plants act purely as respiring organisms. They are not producing oxygen anymore, only consuming it. That's the scientific reason why elders often advise us not to sleep directly under a tree at night. It's because you would be sharing the same airspace where oxygen is being consumed and carbon dioxide is building up. On the other hand, sleeping or resting under a tree in the daytime is not only safe but beneficial. In daylight, plants carry out photosynthesis, releasing plenty of oxygen into the air. This extra oxygen enriches the environment while respiration continues quietly in the background. At the same time, transpiration, the loss of water vapor from leaves, cools the air around the tree. That's why sitting under a tree at noon feels refreshing, almost like nature's own air conditioner. So next time you take a nap under a shady tree during a hot day, remember, you're enjoying oxygen from photosynthesis and the cooling effect of transpiration, all thanks to plant physiology. Let's bring everything together. Respiration happens in every part of a plant: leaves, stems, and roots. Oxygen enters through three inlets: stomata in leaves, lenticels in stems, and the general surface of roots. Roots need well-aerated soil to respire, which is why plowing is essential and why waterlogging can kill crops. During the day, photosynthesis and respiration balance each other beautifully. Oxygen is released and carbon dioxide is recycled. At night, photosynthesis stops and plants behave like animals, using oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. So remember this wonderful truth: respiration is not just the work of leaves, it is the heartbeat of life in every plant cell, from root to tip. Isn't it incredible that the trees around us are not just silent green giants but living, breathing organisms? Biology truly reveals the secret rhythms of life. Until next time, keep observing, keep wondering, and keep celebrating the marvels of the living world.